Get ready for the action, because we are diving straight into the heavyweight drama. MVP, MMA promoter Nakasa Bidarian has severely handicapped the chances of UFC superstar Jon Jones landing that massive bout. We break down exactly what this means for the biggest fight in MMA history, and why the UFC might not be letting this moment happen. Rising star. Top channel YouTube weight prospect Gable Steveson has exploded as a massive betting favorite for his UFC debut. We analyze the odds, his incredible athletic background, and why everyone believes he is set to become one of the greatest channel YouTube weights ever. MVP, MMA promoter Nakasa Bidarian has significantly lowered the chances of securing a fight between UFC superstar Jon Jones and Francis Ngannou at MVP MMA. Bidarian, who served as a guest analyst for the event, indicated that he does not believe the promotion will be able to facilitate the matchup due to Jon Jones's existing UFC contract. The interest in the bout has been mutual. Following Francis Ngannou's brutal knockout of Philippe Lins in the channel YouTube weight bout, Ngannou expressed interest in fighting Jones at MVP MMA. Jones himself had also shown interest, but admitted he is still under contract with the UFC and faces difficulties exiting that commitment to fight Ngannou on Netflix. Speaking to reporters after the fight, Bidarian stated his assessment was that the chances are slim, primarily because he does not foresee UFC president Dana White allowing Jones to leave his contract. Bidarian emphasized the significance of the potential fight, suggesting it would be the biggest channel YouTube weight event in a long time, and that Jones deserves this moment. Bidarian argued that Jones has 6 remaining fights on his 2023 UFC contract, and White has little incentive to release him early for a Netflix bout, especially as MVP MMA is positioned as a direct competitor to the UFC. He asserted that fans would be the losers if the UFC does not permit the Jones versus Ngannou fight in MVP MMA, calling it the biggest possible channel YouTube weight MMA contest. Drawing parallels to successful co-promotions in boxing and other sports like the NBA, Bidarian stressed that such high-profile collaborations are common and that there are no barriers to working with the UFC. He concluded by expressing a willingness to pursue the matchup, stating, "Let's do it and make it a moment the world stops and enjoys these two men who are at the crescendo of their careers. The fans deserve it. The sport deserves it, and we'd love to do it." The final countdown is on for UFC Freedom 250, set to take place at the White House on June 14, 2026. While the event is free to watch and primarily targeted toward military personnel, the UFC has recently unveiled a set of high-end, expensive tickets priced at $1.5 million, positioning them as an investment opportunity. Ariel Helwani detailed the nature of these premium tickets, describing them as a partner investment package. This package includes exclusive access such as a partner welcome reception, press conference reserved seating, ceremonial weigh-ins, general admission, Zac Brown concert access, UFC 329 floor tickets, and WWE event integration ring signage, targeting influential individuals and high rollers. In an exclusive interview with TMZ Sports, UFC President Dana White provided insight into the ticket distribution. White revealed the number of tickets held by key figures, including President Donald Trump, who possesses 1,000 tickets, White himself with 200, and TKO President Ari Emanuel with 200. White confirmed that the remaining tickets are allocated to the military, ensuring representation from every branch. White stated that beyond these reserved spots for invites and military personnel, no further tickets will be sold for the historic card at the South Lawn. Jon Jones is reportedly considering exiting his contract with the UFC, suggesting the possibility is very, very possible despite widespread skepticism within the MMA community. Jones made comments following his attendance at the Rousey vs. Carano event, where Francis Ngannou secured a first-round knockout victory over Philippe Lins. Jones stated that he would be interested in leaving his contract to fight Ngannou, believing the UFC would likely prohibit the bout due to existing tensions between the two fighters. Jones indicated that he believes he can secure an exit from his current agreement by finding the right people, going through my channels, or just putting more effort into it. This contemplation comes as Jones previously announced his retirement and vacated the heavyweight title less than a year ago. The uncertainty stems from the fact that UFC CEO Dana White had previously expressed no interest in featuring Jones on the upcoming White House card, leading Jones to question the viability of continuing his MMA career. Beyond the contract situation, Jones has expressed aspirations to pursue boxing. He stated, "I really wanted to box. If I were to put all of my energy in my hands, combinations, and punching power, I think I really could surprise a lot of people. I would love to box. That would be a lot of fun." Top channel YouTube weight prospect Gable Steveson has emerged as a massive betting favorite for his highly anticipated UFC debut this summer. The UFC has officially announced that Steveson will face Ellison on the UFC 329 card, scheduled for July 11 at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. This bout is slated to open the main card, which will feature the return of superstar Conor McGregor battling Max Holloway in a 5-round welterweight contest. Sportsbooks have reflected this expectation, opening Steveson as a heavy -1,800 betting favorite against Ellison, who is listed as a +900 underdog. Analysts attribute Steveson's favored status to his superior athletic ability, wrestling prowess, and striking skills. While Ellison possesses more overall MMA experience, his sole UFC fight ended in a brutal knockout loss. Furthermore, Ellison is on the smaller side for the channel YouTube weight division. Despite some straight bettors backing the underdog, the majority of the parlay action is expected to favor Steveson, with odds potentially climbing into the -2,000 to -3,000 range. Steveson's pedigree is extensive, including experience as a former Olympian wrestler, a former WWE superstar, and an NFL player for the Buffalo Bills practice squad. In MMA, he holds a perfect 3-0 record with 3 knockouts and a knockout victory in dirty boxing, further bolstered by training under UFC legend Jon Jones. With his athletic credentials, Steveson is viewed as one of the top prospects in the division, with the potential to become a champion. The MMA world is anticipating a spectacular performance from Steveson as he faces Ellison on July 11.